Hello, global warming is a topic that everyone in today's world has heard about. But what does it mean?
According to NASA's Global Climate Change Department, global warming is the general increase in overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, generally attributed to the greenhouse gases caused by increased levels of carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, and other pollutants.
So basically, global warming is the process of Earth becoming warmer due to the changes in the atmosphere.
So, global warming is the effect of temperature rises and the subsequent shifts in planetary systems that occurs on our lovely planet Earth.
If you're wondering who the person you just saw was, that was Dylan Rafulanius. Mr. Lanius is currently an associate at Wildlife Works, a company that bolsters conservation efforts with innovative market-based solutions. He also works with Code Red, a firm that aims to slow climate change and end deforestation by uniting conservation projects with interested corporate entities. In addition to his work with Wildlife Works and Code Red, Dylan Lanius is co-creative member of BBMG, a firm that provides marketing and branding solutions for green business. There he supports The Collective, an online community that connects environmentally conscious consumers with brands. You will be seeing snippets of our interview with him throughout the documentary, so you can hear the truth about global warming from an expert in the field.
So with this great idea that our world is changing and that it is in trouble, there are many different sides to the argument. Some people believe that without a shadow of doubt, global warming is real and humans are accelerating it.
Others believe that the world is warming, but humans have nothing to do with it. They believe it is just the world's natural process. And there are some who do not acknowledge global warming even existing. We believe that global warming is in fact a problem our world is encountering, and that global warming is being accelerated by humans.
So that's part of the discussion right now as to what extent humans are accelerating that process. And I think the consensus is that there is a correlation between anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions and global warming. However, it's at the scale that our civilization is currently emitting greenhouse gas emissions that this concern arises. And it's not clear exactly what that relationship is, or what the ratio is of greenhouse gas emissions from anthropogenic sources to global warming and temperatures.
Now, what led us to believe that humans are helping to destroy our world? First off, the polar ice caps are melting, and they are melting fast. Based off of Dr. Stephen Amstrup's research at Polar Bears International, they are melting at a rate of 15.1% of the ice cap surface area per decade.
At the rate, the polar ice caps will be completely gone by 2100. This will cause many world disasters. As seen and described in the research by Dr. Jeff Masters at the Weather Underground, it will cause the world's sea level to rise approximately 20 feet. That is enough water to cover all of New York City.
The melting will also cause for ecosystems to be destroyed. Although conservation efforts have caused a boom in the population of polar bears, if the ice caps melt, the polar bears will have nowhere to live, as shown in the article Climate Change, It's Real and It's Us, from Slate Magazine, forcing us to add one more animal to the extinct list.
And what do you believe is the cause of global warming?
Well, the primary cause of global warming is the sun.
Okay.
Because all thermal radiation is what we're basing the temperature on. Capture and storage of that energy over millions and billions of years is the product of life being able to provide for itself, and the subsequent burning of greenhouse gas emissions, which are currently influencing the warming temperature, are stored sunlight in many ways. So if we look at the global greenhouse gas emissions, for example, which are cited as maintaining the temperature and causing the planet to be hotter, and indicative of what James Hansen originally showed in Venus, was that the concentration of greenhouse gases was potentially the cause for the extreme temperatures on our planet.
But why are humans the cause of the ice caps melting? Couldn't it just be the Earth warming? Unfortunately, it is a human-accelerated event, according to Dr. Brian Dunbar at NASA's Global Climate Change Department. As humans increase the amount of carbon dioxide and chlorofluorocarbons in the air. It will weaken the atmosphere and destroy the layer that is supposed to absorb the sun's rays.
Human industry, businesses, factories, cars, etc. are direct producers of these two toxins to our atmosphere. The sheer fact that the rate of CO2 and chlorofluorocarbons increase in correlation with the increase of human industry shows the reason to the problem. As we produce more, we destroy more. According to Dr. Fred Pierce at NASA's Global Climate Change Department, global temperature increases when the sun's rays penetrate the Earth easier and then cannot escape. However, these rays cannot escape the Earth's surface. CO2 and chlorofluorocarbons act as traps and hold the rays on Earth. According to Dr. Brian Dunbar's research, as temperature rises, there can be many consequences. Oceans can become hotter, killing fish and possibly entire species. Ice caps can melt, droughts can increase, and from droughts, famine can increase, and there can be wars over water.
Question one should be, what is global warming? How is it going to impact me, impact my family, my community, and the people I care about? And then, sort of three, what is there to do about it?
We can't say the Earth's climate doesn't naturally change. It obviously does. How else would we go from a tropical environment with dinosaurs to an ice age with woolly mammoths? These two species do not go together. The climates required for these species are on polar opposites of the spectrum, as stated by Dr. Joe Martino's article, Undeniable Evidence Proves Global Warming is Not Man-Made.
However, the Earth's natural climate change process is being sped up by human industry. By increasing the amount of pollutants in our air and making little or no conservation efforts, we are accelerating the rise of temperature, as shown by Dr. Brian Dunbar's research with NASA's study on the world temperature rise.
Humans are a direct link and accelerator of global warming. With the ice caps melting, temperature rising, human industry increasing, and our world becoming weaker, the future looks bleak.
We can bring the world back to its former glory, where the issue of global warming was not prevalent, where the world was at peace with itself. Will you make the commitment to be more conscious of your environment? Will you help our generation change the world, or will you be the one who destroys it?
According to NASA's Global Climate Change Department, global warming is a gradual